discussing energy in class and the units that we measure it in, which is commonly either joules or calories. Calories, of course, is something you're well familiar with. Anytime we think about foods, we think about how many calories that particular food item contains. For example, this little red Skittle is probably about 2 calories. A gummy bear, on the other hand, might contain 4 calories of energy. That probably doesn't sound like a lot of energy, considering the average person uses about 2,000 calories a day, and so this small amount of energy might not seem like much, but in your body that energy is released very slowly. So we're going to do a little demonstration here where we release this energy very rapidly. In order to release the energy in a food item, you need oxygen. That's why we breathe oxygen. The oxygen is combined with the food and essentially is burning it in your cells. We're going to do that directly by using potassium chlorate. So potassium chlorate is a good source of oxygen, and combine that with the carbon and hydrogen in these food items as our fuel, we can release that energy fairly quickly. Now, in order to make that happen, first we need to melt the potassium chlorate. So we're going to fire up this burner. This large burner is called a Fisher burner. It's bigger than your normal Bunsen burner. So we'll light that up, and it's going to take a few minutes for that to melt. So we'll pause the video for a couple of minutes, and we'll give this a chance to melt, and then we'll come back and continue. Alright, it looks like the potassium chlorate is essentially melted. So we'll turn off the burner, and now we'll adjust the tube so it's vertical. And let's go ahead and start seeing what some of these food items are like. So let's start out with a breath mint. That's probably 2 calories of energy there. Imagine that in your stomach. All right, let's try a Skittle. You'll find that chocolate has a lot of calories. These little nerd candies, they must only contain a fraction of a calorie. Let's see if they'd even do much of anything. Oh, that's not bad. Little tiny things there. There's 3. Maybe that's a calorie of energy there. Now, sugar has a surprisingly large number of calories. Not as much as fat, however. Now, this tortilla chip should have a lot of fat in it. Let's see what it does. Ah, there it goes. And that's just a little piece of a tortilla chip. Now, of course, the demonstration is named after the gummy bear, so let's put a gummy bear in here with 4 calories. 4 calories is surprisingly quite a bit of energy. So the next time you're popping gummy bears, you're remembering this. Now, while that's still nice and hot, let's add an almond. Almonds are sort of difficult to get to ignite. Fats take a lot of heat to get them going, but once they start, they have a lot of energy. So let's see if we can get that almond to ignite here. Oh, there it's starting. Come on, almond. Well, I know how we can speed that almond up here. Now, when you were a little kid, perhaps you used to chew on erasers. And you thought, well, how many calories can an eraser have? Well, the answer is it's got a lot of calories, but your body can't use it. Erasers are sort of like a solid form of gasoline. Oh, it looks like our almond has decided to ignite. Whew. You can see when fat burns, it gets very bright. Fats have double the energy and more than things like sugar do. But let's finish it up with our eraser. Even though there's no calories in here your body can use, it does have a lot of calories. So the next time you're chewing on your eraser, remember this. So the next time you eat a candy bar, the label says 250 calories, and you remember these things that have 2 or 3 calories, just imagine what would happen if we dropped a Snickers bar in that test tube. I think I would want to be running the other direction.